try it again. You know, if you, it's not really something like you have to like, you know, but there's just like it's just something to be appreciated, I guess, you know. But if you really don't like his work, then just don't, you know, just stop there, because it's only going to get crazier from here, especially with his new show.
Yeah. What's the title again?
Too Old to Die Young. Yeah. It's insane. I mean, I'm glad he's still with Amazon. I'm glad, because Neon Demon was like a box office failure.
Well, I mean, them choosing to open it so wide was probably a mistake.
That was why.
Because
I'm glad it was wide, though. I'm glad it was accessible for people to go see, but nobody saw it. But
I did. But unfortunately, I was one of the only ones.
Right. I took my brothers to see that too, because they, at that point, I just take them to every Refn film now, and it's actually my half brother who's like my age, and my cousin who's like 2 years younger, and they're, I mean, I could say that I've also shaped their kind of film taste over the years, because they were very much like anyone at the beginning of pursuing film or just lovers of film. They like watch Tarantino, which is completely okay, but that's like where like everybody knows Tarantino, everybody knows his work, and it's just like they're great films, but you don't really like venture too far past that for like similar styles of films, you know. And you go see your blockbusters and you see these movies everybody's talking about, but if you don't know, you're not gonna be exposed to these kinds of films. So I'm glad that I'm able to share this kind of like passion with them.
Yeah. Digging a little deeper into things that are more obscure stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And it usually has to be, I mean, they're not gonna, like, sometimes I'm like a low key kind of like, you know, relationship drama, and that's just my style. And they're not gonna really be too into that kind of thing. But if it deals with like horror, if it's like art horror, or if it's like something kind of like something they can just like relate to without being bored, is essentially like, if there's some kind of action or whatever, but it's still like an art house title. Like I would say The Raid, for example. The Raid is you know, kind of underground a bit. I mean, it's kind of popular now, but when it came out, for sure.
Yeah, when you jump into that, that's fucking insane.
They love that stuff, you know, and I'm glad I get to share that with them. So this new show, like, we're just gonna go through the whole thing. I don't know how Amazon works with their shows. I don't know if they put all the episodes out or if they just do one a week.
I believe, because I watched Hannah, and I think they dropped it all at once.
They dropped it all at once?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't think I'll be able to binge it in a day, because it is really long, from what I've read.
Okay. But that's good, though, because it's always sad when you watch something too quick and then you're left to wait an entire year, or sometimes 2 years, for the next season. So I'm glad that they really put a lot into that.
Yeah, and I can only imagine production was so long. I feel like it must have been months, like more than 6 months to shoot that whole thing. Because it's 10 episodes, I think. Each episode's like 90 minutes long. So that's gotta be a super long time. Like, I can't even imagine that process. And even in pre and post, that must have taken a really long time.
Because I know they wrapped a while ago.
Yeah.
And he's been editing this whole time.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I literally cannot wait to watch it. I don't know. I mean, we get the idea of the concept of the series, but I just don't know what exactly he's gonna give us, you know?
Yeah.
Which is insane. And I feel like it's gonna, like, everybody's gonna be on top of their game. Like, all the actors. Even these people who aren't as well known as some of the big names, but
from all the kind of clips and everything, it looks super on par, like a return to form for him.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited to check it out. It drops on the June 14th, right?
Yeah, not this Friday, but the following Friday.
It's gonna be gnarly.
It's gonna be crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, I think I'm most interested to see how far it takes you as a viewer, and then how many people are going to stick with it. A few episodes in, because I have an idea that it's going to, the first few episodes you're going to understand where this is kind of going.
Yeah.
And if it's too much for some people, they might just stop. Or some people will just eat it up and just watch the whole thing. But I think this is easily my biggest television, or my biggest anticipated title in television for the year. And I'm getting it in June. So I feel like we get one of these series every so often. It's very rare to get something that you'll like. Because I watch a lot of TV shows. I'm more of a movie person. I prefer just jumping into a movie and knowing that I don't have to come back to it. It's just 2 hours and I'm done.
Not committing as hard. Yeah.
Right. But I've been trying to keep up with television. And there's a lot of amazing shows. TV is on point right now. But when I think of the television shows that most people are consuming, whether it's Game of Thrones or it's Barry, depending, all these kinds of, those are 2 HBO shows, but anything on television, these shows, people just watch to consume time, and they're great, but I feel like they're just gonna be forgotten, most shows are. There's only a few shows that you can look back on that have had such a big impact.
Yeah.
Because there's just too much. Not everything is going to stick with you forever. And that's classics like Twin Peaks.
Or Sopranos.
Yeah, Sopranos
Breaking
is a
Bad.
classic. The Wire. What's that? That one? The Office, even. The Office will live forever. As much as I hate saying that. There's some shows that it will stick, and there's some shows that just,
you forget about it.
Sink into the void, because there's just so much content. But what I mean by that is just what I mean by this being a series that's even, I don't know, let's say that it he does get to do it again, another season or whatever, or if he doesn't, this is one of those that might be one of those cult TV shows,
Yeah.
Even, and I know he said that he's not interested in television at all, he does not care for the medium, but I feel with Amazon, they're just okay, just do it your way.
Yeah.
And really, this is just a long movie for him.
Yeah.
Or his Decalogue, because it's 10 episodes, just these 10 pieces that he got to create, and it's not at all like a television to him, which is great. Hopefully it gets to live up to that level of Lynch's work, because they are very similar.
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
Yeah, I've been ready.
When I went to, and we actually talked about this before I went up there, but when I went to see Drive at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, which was, I think, last year.
Last year, yeah.
Yeah, he announced that he was doing that, and he gave us a sneak peek before anybody.
Nice.
And I was completely kind of railroaded with the information, where I wasn't. I was just excited to get something new from him. You know what I mean? After coming off the Neon Demon, I know it was kind of a disappointment as far as people going to see it. And being a fan, it was just nice to know that he didn't let that discourage him, and he moved on to do something else and kind of telling his story in a new format. And I hope I really, really hope it works out for him.
Right.
Even though I'm not sure he really cares.
Yeah, we'll see. Any moment, just like in the Neon Demon, he could just be done. He could just he won't get funding for any of his projects. You just never know with his kind of abrasive style. And it really, I mean, it comes down to who's producing the film or the project, whatever it is. Who's acting, you know, because acting brings money in.
Yep.
So we'll see. I mean, we'll see what this does. Maybe we'll do a recap after it's over or something.
That'd be awesome.
But yeah, I mean, as for the future, hopefully the series, you know, does well for him. We'll see if I know he's attached as producer to some projects. I think Maniac Cop is finally hitting the ground. Yeah.
Nice.
With him, somebody else directing, of course, but
yeah, he's always executive producing. I know he oversaw It Follows soundtrack.
Yeah,
and he's always
which is great. Yeah, I love that too. If you like soundtracks on vinyl, get all of those. They're so good. He hasn't put one out in a while, actually, but yeah, I think they're just taking a break, like him and Milan Records, because he's been working on this project for so long. But I mean, there was a pretty steady amount of releases coming from him and Milan. Old Boy was the first one, I think, that they did, and then It Follows. There's RoboCop, which is a great one.
Yes.
The original Terminator. He also kind of, I think, remastered that one with Milan, which is also a great release.
He did one where it's kind of like the B-sides too, right?
I think so, yeah.
With the, like the eyeball and the lips as a cover.
Yeah. That's right, for Neon Demon.
Bunch of unreleased stuff.
That one's actually discontinued now.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad they bought that, but that's a great record too. I loved that one. He did, of course, the documentary that his wife directed.
My Life.
My Life, yeah. Which is great, actually, for behind the scenes Only God Forgives. Kind of humanizes the project, because he's very much a family man.
Yeah.
Like, if you just watch his films and nothing else, you just think this guy's off his rocker. He's just a crazy dude or whatever. But he's, he loves his family. He does everything basically, of course, because he loves to do his job, but also to take care of his family. He's just like a regular person. And it's just great to see that, Gosling and Kristen Scott Thomas working together behind the scenes, and it's just fun. You get to see as much as it is to work on a film and to make a film. It's already a hard thing to do, and it really shows the toll that it takes on him. Especially at that period, because he was peaking off Drive, and the anticipation for Only God Forgives was so high.
Yeah.
That he was just this is not at all like Drive, and people just aren't gonna know that, or people don't know that. So he was afraid, because this Only God Forgives is not meant to be commercial like Drive. But definitely watch that. There was the record for that too, and then beyond the show, it's Death Stranding, So if you're a gamer, that's the game.
Is that exclusive for PS4?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So if you don't have a PS4, get on it.
Yeah, go pre-order all of that stuff. It's gonna be nuts.
That's the only game I think I'm gonna get this year.
Oh, really?
Unless Naughty Dog just throws me a curveball and gives me The Last of Us 2. But I don't think that'll happen this year.
That trailer looks nuts. The new trailer for that.
Yeah.
Looks amazing. I can't wait. But Death Stranding,
yeah.
AKA our Silent Hills.
It's crazy. Yeah. I wish that happened though too.
Yeah, I still have the TT on my
I do too.
I won't ever delete that.
Hopefully it still works. I haven't even tried it. I don't know if it'll kick me out or something.
I think it works. Okay. It's only if you deleted it, you can't get it back.
Right.
Unless they blocked it out somehow.
Yeah, hopefully they didn't update it where you can't play it at all. They would do that.
They would. So do you want to plug the collab we're doing for Inglorious?
Oh yeah, definitely. As most of you know, not related to Refn, but Quentin has a new film coming out in July, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So Wes here